What's this? Oh, shut up, Shawn. Okay. During the whole video, but sort of centering on point number 2, Shawn makes an awful lot of statements about God. Very, very interesting statements. He's saying God cannot do certain things. Just let that sink in for a moment. Imagine you do believe in an omnipotent, omniscient God. Let's even assume that you agree with Shawn, and many Muslims, by the way, which is very funny that Shawn would be taking a Muslim argument here. Maybe Shawn is thinking of converting. Now, would that be interesting? Shawn, are you thinking of converting to Islam? Anyway, never mind that. Okay, so God cannot do things that don't make sense. For example, God cannot lie. God cannot do something that is in contradiction with what it says in the Bible. I find it very interesting, Shawn. I find it very interesting how Shawn would think that he can dictate to his God what it can or cannot do. Does it occur to anybody how absurd that is? God could not do something to you that doesn't make sense. Why not? I, as a mere human being, am perfectly capable of doing something that just doesn't make sense. And you are saying that an all-powerful being couldn't? You dismiss the argument about God creating a stone that he cannot lift. But let's make it simpler. Let's make the argument a little bit simpler. Can you, Shawn, or any other Christian who would like to believe their God to be omnipotent, are you capable of creating a situation? I'm not talking about an actual creation event that only supposedly your God would be capable of. No, just engineering a situation that is impossible for you to resolve. Of course it is. Any fool can blunder into a situation from which they cannot extricate themselves. That is why the Darwin Awards have been invented. And we all have a very good laugh about them, don't we? The Darwin Awards are a perfect example of how people manage to get themselves into situations they cannot get themselves out of anymore. And if we, foolish human beings, limited, finite things that we are, can do that, how can anybody claim that God couldn't? God cannot lie, Shawn says. That is just absurd if even a 2-year-old can lie. And an omnipotent being can't? It sounds an awful lot to me like people like Shawn are actually telling their God what it can or cannot do. Now that makes no sense whatsoever for a God that is real and out there. But it makes an awful lot of sense for a God that has been created and maintained in here. A figment of your own imagination. A creation of your own desire. And that is what your God is. And that is why your God supposedly can't lie. Because you won't let it. Because it's your God, in the sense that it is your property. You are responsible for the God that you created.